Kiwi, and welcome back to a new episode of Hades 2. Here is our Arcana setup for the day. We are going to be going the aspect of Thanatos on the axe. We're going to be taking the Jeweled Palm as always for another Fate's Whim run, and we are going to be going for 12 heat. We only need 8 for our Testament. Why don't we bump this up to...
That fear may spread.
Yeah, let's bump this up to 16. 16 seems like... I'm probably going to keep 16 as our stable point going forward. At the lowest heat runs we'll do are 16. So let's head to the overworld and see how this run goes. Today, I'm going to be rambling a little bit about League of Legends. I figure since you're rewatching Arcane, it's a good time for me to maybe talk about my experience in that game.
You've quite a distance to traverse until you reach the battlefield that is our mountainside. Though rest assured, fighting shall be fierce along the way.
So I think it goes without saying that League of Legends is certainly steeped in a bit of controversy in terms of having a very toxic community around the game, and I certainly have been on both the receiving and, I don't know, delivering side of that ire. I think overall I have definitely kind of gotten much more mellow in terms of my competitive spirit as I've kind of particularly gotten closer with Kiwi. I think it's important to recognize Kiwi, when we played Smash together for the first time and I was kind of teaching Kiwi the ropes, I realized that there's a pretty substantial bit of nuance to a fighting game for someone who has been playing it for years, basically since their childhood, versus someone who's playing it for their first time ever. And that requires a degree of patience that maybe I didn't have. For the longest time, especially within my friends group, for the longest time, winning was really all that mattered in a competitive game, and that makes sense. But you know what? I'm missing the point of a game. It's to have fun, right? Let's see. So we'll take another Ares. I would really like his attack. His attack would be really good on this, although Aphrodite actually would be pretty solid here too. All right, I think my plan is let's start with Aphrodite. We'll take Ares. Hestia's cast would be great. So Ares, Hestia. Why don't we just lock in all 4 gods and say this is good enough, and we'll take the hammer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we've got our 6. We'll skip Hermes here. So let's start with Aphrodite, because any of her moons would be good, but particularly her attack on the aspect of Fan I think would be really strong for us.
Should put a dent into that barrier.
Anyway, just a quick reminder, the way Aspect of Thanatos works is your attacks stack a buff called Mortality, which gives you 2% crit chance per stack. At present, it caps at 20, and we get 2 crit chance per attack landed. So the basic idea is we want to have very high base damage to crit as much as possible with each swing of the axe, and by taking Grizzly Gain at the start of this run, we're going to have a whole bunch of attack speed that should make us full attack faster and therefore crit more often, or get our crit stack up more.
Birdie told me Doom himself showed up where you reside. While that bodes ill for you and perhaps for us all, at least he's quite the looker, isn't he?
Oh, you better believe he's quite the looker. Rocky, what are you doing telling our secrets, though? Okay, this is exactly not what I wanted, but Rapture Ring is not bad. We'll very gladly take an epic tier Rapture Ring.
My heart.
I really, probably in hindsight, would have preferred Smolder Ring here, because that just works better for our build, and getting Aphrodite's attack would be perfect. But this just seems to be kind of the trend for us. We have a set of core boons in mind, and we get none of them, so it is what it is. I guess, at this point, Hestia really kind of doesn't do great for our build path, potentially. Like, let me see what duos she has. I'll lock in Hestia if she has good duos for us, otherwise I'm probably gonna skip her because we can't get her cast anymore. Let's see. So, I mean, this would give us survivability if we get a duo with Apollo, so I guess there's reason to want that. Then we've got this one. While foes are weak, any source they have... Okay, that could work really well for us, I suppose. Because Rapture Ring will reliably apply weak. And then for our duo with Ares, we would need Hestia's controlled burn or glowing coal. Glowing coal, ooh, I guess it doesn't really work as well for us because we'll want to be close up for most of this match. So I feel like Hestia unfortunately falls off here for us in terms of build path. Apollo at least offers us his dash, which will give us survivability. So I think what I'll do is let's go Apollo, because I won't complain about his dash. I certainly won't complain about his dash. I'll be okay with his special. As long as we get a decent attack later on, that's really what matters. And as kind of lackluster as Extra Dose is, it still has a benefit to this build path I think we're headed towards, so...
You'll be out in no time, Shades.
I think we'll go this route for now and see how it plays out. Need to remember to cast Rapture Ring as often as possible to keep enemies grouped up.
I hope you don't mind I call you Sunshine, by the way. I mean it when I say it. I know you come from underneath the earth, but there's this brilliance about you. Your mother's side, I guess.
No, it's definitely Daddy's. Daddy's is fabulous. All right, there's a very high level attack buff. Honestly, I think we take it. It'll make our Omega attack way bigger, and it gives us a little bit of AoE on the base attack, so we'll be able to keep our distance a bit better, which clearly I need to do for survivability reasons, because I am already taking a fair bit of damage. Let's go for the hammer now, and then we'll lock in Medea, and I guess we'll hold out on Hestia. I don't really want her dash. I don't really care about her special. I mean, her special would probably get applied fairly rapidly with our special, right? Because it hits so often. I'm not 100% sure how that works, if it applies only on the first hit of the special or on each subsequent hit, on each individual hit of the special. Would be a decent chance to find that out, but oh, we're given Psychic Whirlwind. Oh, that's so good for us. Your Omega attack fires around you, leaving you free to move and strike at the same time is amazing. Although Colossus Slash, for our build, makes a lot of sense here. They're both really solid options. I think because we got Nova Strike, let's go Psychic Whirlwind, because a giant AoE Omega attack is going to be busted for us. And it really is the way we bring out the majority of our damage on this kind of a weapon, I suppose. All right, so let's focus back on League of Legends. So again, I openly acknowledge that it is a game that's known for being very full of angry people.
Hecate, I celebrate your ways. You light my passage through the dark of night. I first encountered you whilst in a haze, and you returned to me my will to fight. I shall devote myself to what you teach, though I have my own methods I employ. Your wisdom ever is beyond my reach. You need but give me something to destroy.
So mote it be?
So mote it be.
Called it. All right, well, that was a cute little love poem for your dearly beloved. Really? I feel like it's been recent we had a run-in with you. Here, have a nectar. Oh, wow, we have 13 of those.
The gods of Olympus have not always been particularly kind, yet you, a true blood relative of theirs, would show me favor for little more than carrying out my oath to great Hecate? Unnecessary, this. I've only curses in return.
You're so much more than your curses, Lady Medea. Perhaps the gods of Olympus and the dead never told you so, but I believe it's true.
I know it was well-timed and not intentional, but the fact that she gave us a little poetry love note to Hecate. Oh, that's interesting. Look at the lighting here. Oh, I see. It's around this candle. This candle is causing ambient lighting. But wait, why is the shadow coming from the candles? That's odd. That's a little odd. I guess these are light-absorbing candles? Weird. All right.
Your stronger dream vapors helped me get deeper into the psyche of Lord HYPNOS, but unfortunately not deep enough. He's still dozing away. Anything else I can try?
Oh, there's always something. Rearrange some pieces of his mind, perhaps. Have you tried stabbing him repeatedly?
Medea, you are my favorite character. You're definitely Kiwi's favorite character, too.
I was thinking more along the lines of his connection to his brother, the incarnate of death. Is there some way to imbue the dream vapors with the essence of the dead?
Almost very convenient that we are running the aspect of Thanatos for this, therefore.
Why, certainly. The properties of sleep and death go hand in hand. I think I can point you in the right direction on that one. Do tell me how it goes.
Getting another incantation already? We are.
Absolutely.
End to deepest slumber, Kiwi. I think we're unlocking, I think we're awakening HYPNOS this episode. That's really exciting. All right, I don't really want this one, but let's get the prophecy taken care of. Enfeeblement of cowards. Range shots have 40% less travel speed.
So moted be.
I feel like that's more likely to get me hurt just because I won't know the timing and I'll run into things trying to dodge them.
May all your foes be damned.
That's often what happens when I rearrange the speed of projectiles or just attacks in general. All right, so we definitely want that second Ares, and then without Hestia, I don't really have a good option, although I guess Selene would work here since I am going a mega attack build at this point. Or I just lock in Hestia for the duo with Aphrodite. I think let's go ahead and lock in Hestia, I suppose. I don't think I want Ares attack, but alternatively, I guess his special on the axe wouldn't be terrible, I guess. I'm just not really gonna want to build around it too heavily. All right, yeah. Good base damage here.
Heard you plucked that nasty Eris from the sky. Well, serves her right. Though we could never make her stay away for good. To think she's one of Nyx's many pups. Squeeze out a big litter like that, you're liable to get a runt.
Oh my goodness, Hestia. Hestia has no chill. I guess it makes sense for the goddess of the hearth. Of course, we do not get her special, because of course we don't. I don't want her dash here, I don't think her dash does anything good for us, so I guess controlled burn, so we set up for her duo with Ares, so I can use the special on occasion. I guess. I'm not really into it. Flash Fry might be kind of more useful for us in the short term. I think I'm gonna take Flash Fry. I do love me a good controlled burn build, but I don't think this is the run for it. Anyway, so obviously League of Legends is known for its contentious player base, let's say, and like I said, I did fall into that, but learning to mellow myself out after an argument we had playing Smash where Kiwi was trying to learn and I was getting frustrated at the nuance and understanding I had of the game that I could not communicate to her. I think that was a really important. We both consider it our first ever proper argument because we really do not, as a couple, argue very much at all, which I'm really thankful for. I think we are. I've said this a number of times on the channel, but our communication skills with each other, I think, are one of the greatest strengths of our relationship as a couple. So whenever we have an argument, it's usually more of a debate with acknowledgement of both sides, and often a understanding that is reached in some degree at the conclusion. There's never really a lingering sense of discomfort or unresolved issues, I suppose. Profuse bleeding. Whenever you inflict wounds, collect plasma and create a falling blade. Oh, I didn't realize they updated this. Oh, so it used to be just you get plasma, but now it actually does damage too. Sounds good to me. All right, so we will definitely take that because we want to stack up as much plasma as we can. It's gonna boost our attack speed, which we want for this kind of a build anyway. Oh my goodness, we just one-shot everything there. Okay. But yeah, I think, so the point being is, the way I relate to competitive games now versus how I related to them in the past is much more mellow. I think is probably the simplest way of putting it is, I don't put as much stock in winning as I used to, and I'm really glad for that, because I think it was just a bad relationship to games. I want to play games for fun, and yeah, winning is fun, but I don't think it's healthy to base my entire enjoyment on an experience around winning. And if I am doing that, I need to take a step back and think, is this game worth playing if my entire enjoyment is dependent on me winning, not me playing the game? And that's why I've stepped away from a lot of competitive games, because I think I have a toxic relationship with them, and they don't do great for my mental health. That's why when I went back for a little bit to play League of Legends, I was mostly playing ARAMs, and honestly why I was playing mostly ARAMs in the past before that too.
I wanted this to be a surprise, love. Who could possibly ask for a better outcome opening up some plain old bag, only to find me waiting there with outstretched arms?
Alrighty, what do we got? Pishin Rush, Kiwi, Pishin Rush. Oh goodness me. Oh goodness, indeed. All right, Spiritual Affirmation would be really good, but I think I'll take the damage up for now because I don't feel we've got another Centaur Heart coming, and I feel like we'll get Spiritual Affirmation again later, and it'll be just as good then as Sweet Surrender will be now. Effectively, a strong offense is a strong defense. Kill things faster so they can't kill you.
Even with all the extra bodies here, I can always sniff you out. You're on my turf, and you'll address me as Lord Polyphemus from now on.
I hope we see his name card change in response to this dialogue.
You can't be serious. You're not entitled to a greater status just because you asked. Or has Lady Medea poisoned your mind with newfound delusions?
Don't look at me, sorceress. I'm here by will of night alone, sworn to a vow of silence, even though it's difficult to keep.
She don't want to talk to you, she said, but you keep on trying. And you know what? I don't want to talk to you either.
Oh, but I feel like we have so much in common. I don't know why I'm not actually attacking while I have this going, because I can. I'm so used to not being able to attack in the middle of the Omega attack that now I'm not doing it at all. I'm gonna mine this while we're hanging out waiting for his shield to wear off. Get rid of his friends, charge up an Omega attack, get ready for him to stop stomping around. We still don't have a reliable way of getting origination going, so I gotta be mindful of that. One more. You can dash while you're charging up your Omega attack, and that's worth knowing because it gives you a lot of extra mobility.
Great time.
An ability to dodge attacks while still charging Omegas.
I'll show him.
All right, there we go. Pretty solid Polyphemus. Yeah, we have a lot of damage starting out. Anyway, all right, focusing on. So what do I want to say about League of Legends? Why don't I give you kind of my experience with the game as a start? So I started playing League of Legends fairly early on in my childhood. Well, okay, not really. Probably in the high school, undergrad range. So probably mid 2000s, I want to say. I started playing around this time of season 3, season 4. one season is typically 1 year, and we're currently in what, I want to say like 17 or 16 right now. It could be in the low 20s, but I don't think it's that crazy. I don't want to think it's that crazy because my god, that's gonna date me so hard. I forgot to change my keepsake. Oops. Oh well, it's fine. I would have loved to take the calling card here. It's a little bit of a mistake on my part, but it's fine. The downside of commentary is that my brain isn't always with me while I'm commentating. We'll go ahead and take the second Hermes here. I would probably prefer the HP, but I don't think it matters too much. Anyway, and back then, in typical fashion for anyone starting out the game, I mostly played support. And that was because, well, I got into the game from a close friend of mine, Kiwi. You know him fairly well, as he's the one I play League of Legends fairly often with nowadays.
Keep attacking your best time. That's what I like to see. Take anything worth doing, then do it just as well, a little faster, and soon you'll be like me.
I'll probably refer to him not by his name, but as his old namesake. Let's see. I don't want to give up. I don't want to take Winter Circle because I'd like my cast to last as long as possible. Travel Deal or Hard Target would be pretty funny because just watching ranged projectiles moving 80% slower in combination with Medea. But it's not that good for us, so I'm going to take Travel Deal. It would be funny, but it's not strong enough to really warrant the choice. Anyway, I'm going to refer to him as either Prime or Lost, as those have been his handles online for a very long time nowadays. And, I mean, back then he was Lost, nowadays he's Prime. But either way, he was my childhood friend growing up, one of my closest friends in grade school, and so he got me into DFO, he got me into League of Legends, and we still intermittently play RuneScape together on odd occasion. And whenever I'm playing League, I'm usually playing with him. So, very close friend of mine. Drifted a little bit apart only because of distance and time, I suppose. It's hard to keep, since I'm not really actively playing League, and that was my easiest way of connecting with him, with us being pretty much a whole country's distance apart. It makes sense that it's a little bit, man, Kiwi, long distance relationships are so hard to maintain. I'm glad I can do it with you, but it certainly takes more effort than I'm very capable of in a lot of instances. Or, I don't know. I think it goes both ways, but no one's, it seems like both myself and my friend group are not necessarily the strongest at reaching out to each other when there's a distance between us. Oh well, it is what it is. Again, I'm glad that we have a pretty strong relationship in that regard, but I guess, I don't think there's been a day we've gone without communication since our relationship started, especially as we got like more involved with each other on a regular basis, which is a really sweet notion in my mind. Anyway, so I started off as a support player.
To win somebody's heart, we have to fight. And we can break somebody's heart that way as well. Lord Ares here knows all about the way it works.
You go for the aorta, you cut the aorta, the superior and inferior vena cava, and I guess the pulmonary artery as well. And then you've got the heart free of the thorax. I guess you need to strip away the mediastinum fat a little bit too. Was that too much detail, Ares?
Oh, that I do, and I am grateful for your teachings, Lady Aphrodite. My own knowledge had been woefully incomplete until you expressed your willingness to share yours.
Have I made it obvious that I took an anatomy class in undergrad? Ooh, that's a very strong base damage on the special, but I don't think it's worth taking here. Carnal Pleasure, whenever you collect plasma, you may create a heartthrob at 35%. We're going to be getting a lot of plasma, so that's pretty good for us. And we're going to be melee distance anyway, so heartthrobs do a fair bit of damage here. Pretty solid pickup for us on this build, I think. Anyway, so focusing on the... Oh, hold on. Let's go ahead and use an Omega Special because we can. Ooh, 500 crit, nice.
Cheers, Hermes.
Thank you, Hermes.
On my authority.
See, Nimble Limbs, Mean Streak, or Racing Thoughts. Omega moves are faster. That would let us condense our damage faster on the Omega attack, I suppose. Mean Streak is kind of funny for this build. And, I mean, faster attack speed with a build that focuses on attack speed scaling, I think is the objective, the best option here. Let's see, Blinding, there's Apollo's Sprint, so now we should be very reliably getting Origination going. Awesome. And I think we can be set up for Apollo's Legendary, I think, as well. We need probably one more tier 2 boon from him, and then we are set, but like, we have big AoE attack with fast attack speed. Look how fast we move from all the plasma we've gotten to. We're only at 9% boost. Of course, as soon as I say look at how fast we're going, I get hit by the miasma cloud and can't move at all. Unfortunate.
Some driftwood.
All right, after, do we get another duo? Nope, no good. Okay, special, broken resolve. We'll take spiritual affirmation here. There's a nice bit of HP, basically a centaur heart and a fifth. We'll take the bones here. We need more bones than anything else. I'm going to be trying to buy ambrosias and nectars as much as possible in the coming episodes, so definitely could use that for. We're trying. I'm really trying to focus on story progression at this point if I can, because we've gotten so far and haven't really given a lot of nectars to anyone. So a lot of unlocked potential to go. Anyway, focusing on. So let's see. So I started off as support. I used to main, I think, the characters that I played the most when I started out were Alistair, because back then Alistair was really strong. He's a big Minotaur-themed fellow. I think you've actually seen me play him. I showed you a silly clip of him. I forget what I did as Alistair once, or maybe, you know what, it wasn't, I wasn't playing Alistair. I was playing Singed, but I was fighting an Alistair. So you've seen him. You may not remember who he is or what he looks like, and that's fine. He's not an arcane, so he probably doesn't matter too much in the grand scheme of things to you, Kiwi. I think the coffee is hit. Can you hear me talking progressively faster as this episode goes on? My goodness. But anyway, I say anyway as a segue into my next sentence so often when I get derailed. I really need to find a new segue word if I can. Don't say anyway, don't say anyway, don't say anyway. Anywho. Icarus and then more.
Way back when, I always wanted to find you the best bottle of nectar I could. But I never did. Adding to the list of things I perhaps should have approached differently.
Please don't dwell on the past so much. You thought you'd never see me again, but I'm here now. I appreciate
what you have. Sorry, oops.
Wait, what are you even doing here? I thought you were supposed to be bound to the underworld, but here you are, commandeering warships and whatnot.
Icarus, why are you asking this question after maybe like, I don't know, 50, no, not, like 30 runs of the overworld?
I am still bound there. I just loosened the bindings a bit. Though I feel absolutely wretched now. So if the legions of Kronos don't stop me soon, my blood curse surely will.
Really? Because you look great. You look well. I mean, unafflicted by a curse of any sort. Maybe a little seasick is all. Just take one of these, hey?
Played it off real smooth, Icarus. All right, that's a cute. He's got a little crush on Mel. All right, we'll stick with the goal of fulfilling prophecies. Ooh, but that attack boon 3 levels is so good for us. Kiwi, I can't not take 3 levels on the attack. It's too good to pass up. That's so much damage. I mean, look how fast we are with Nova Sprint or whatever it is. The Apollo Sprint has made us so much faster. My goodness, look at us go. Vroom.
No threats nearby.
All right, let's see what Hermes has to offer here.
What's good here?
Mystery boon. Okay, perfect. And we still have enough to afford a boon from the end shop, which is right here apparently. Did I see? Or no, this is the mid shop, isn't it? And we have a Zagreus battle. I think I take it because I think we are pretty strong right now. It's a little scary, a little spooky. Here, have a nectar.
I know you never would permit yourself indulgences, my lord, but you ought to receive more than mere coin in recompense for all your service. Perhaps the nectar's but another token gesture.
All right, Aphrodite?
In the name of Hades.
What have you got for us now? Ooh, okay, upgrading to Flutter Strike though. That's a 50% extra damage buff, but only if we're close up, which arguably we will always be closer up. But I think I like the AoE on our attack for this kind of build that we're running. Although, there is Secret Crush. Get an extra 9 base damage, priming magic, we don't really care about that. We've got such a good magic regain. Fortunately, I can't afford another boon. Let's go ahead and take the Zagreus though.
I accept this contract?
Alright, I think we can melt him before he does any harm to us.
Say, I know the son of Nixon, incarnate of death, to whom that rather sinister side belongs. As do you, in a way. I could give it back to him rather than getting sliced.
Nope, you get sliced and then give it back to him.
Thank you for the generous offer, but I have need of it right now. Besides, Nyx knows where to find me if her son ever needs it back. How are you and Thanatos doing lately, anyhow?
Actually, that's probably an important question to ask, is I guess for the characters who have their jobs to do with their aspect weapons, like what is Than using instead of his scythe right now? Maybe he's borrowing with backup ore from Charon.
Oh, we're good. Much better now that we're not frozen in time. Same for Megara. They miss you. She says hello, while he says, tell the princess that she has my gratitude.
Sounds about right for them.
Tell him I'm grateful for the scythe.
My goodness, we have damage. I am sorry for you, Zagreus. You don't stand a chance here, my friend. Especially as we're applying daze and just getting him completely unable to hit us. I immediately get punished for that statement and get hit. This is fine. Yeah, as long as I just monitor when he's gonna do his slash, we're fine. All right, I knew you were gonna darkness because you always darkness right after you phase. Come on, I dashed through that, man. Okay, that one I didn't dash through, but look at our damage, my gosh. Just face tank unga bunga.
Oh, how did you beat me so blasted quick?
Your boyfriend. We already established this. I'm using the Scythe of Death.
These grabby hands, again.
Woe upon thee.
Well fought, big brother.
Really a good fight? I feel like that was very one-sided. Like, yeah, he did maybe like 50 damage to us, which is a good more than a quarter of our HP, but still. Do you notice that I had the force of habit going to say hello to my good shade, who is no longer in Elysium? I'm kind of sad about that. I missed the good shade hellos that we used to have in between fights with what's his face. Oh my God, not Prometheus. Ooh, Theseus. Theseus would be so mad at me if I said that out loud. All right, 20% more damage on the attack is lovely. Still can't afford a boon. Any gold pots around here? Because 1 gold pot puts us over the threshold. Sadly, no, but we will be getting free major rewards in every shop going forward because of that Zagreus finish. So we're solid. We're solid. All right, Eris, I've got bad news for you, man. Woman, Rife.
Looky who. Woo, this is my kind of night. Real feeding frenzy out there. Like everything is just way more. No idea what's going on, but I like it.
You never gave any consideration to the Oath of the Unseen, yet remain one of its main beneficiaries. Perhaps your mother Nyx did something for you after all.
You mean these occasional evenings of complete and total depravity are meant to make up for everything Nyx didn't do? Well, I guess it's a start.
Eris, it sounds like you have some very complicated baggage that you need to work through. Fortunately, my axe is not going to help you with that. Interesting that she doesn't have a I wonder if down the road she'll have a comment about the fact that we're using her brother's weapon as well. It seems like everyone associated kind of has those feelings. Oh, I didn't dodge through that, unfortunately. Where are you? There you are. Here's your next phase. I guess I'll use my Omega special to break your projectiles.
Freaks for you.
I have some very dead freaks for me, turns out. Oh dearie, I'm lucky that didn't hit me. I have to respect Eris's damage. She has a lot of base damage. We're just gonna go ahead and grab this. This was a mistake. Oh dearie, that's a lot of things. Let's go ahead and pop these with the Omega special and we should be fine. Kill your friends with a Rapture Ring. Gotta be very, oh, hey. Get over here, Eris. Enough of your running away tactics. I'm gonna just focus on not taking too much damage here just to play it safe. Oh goodness.
Poor thing.
I'm fine, I'm fine. Starts up and whoop bam. Oh, she's got one more phase left. Focus on dodging and getting move speed from my plasma. Try and trigger some of these if I can. Oh, don't go running into the fire. Oh dearie. We're almost good. Where is she coming? Did she finish her? No, it didn't. Oh, ooh, spooky. Very spooky. That was very spooky, actually. I underestimated my DPS. Or overestimated my DPS a little bit there.
There it is.
Ooh, that was actually a really close to loss sort of situation there. Scary. All right, Omega. Let's confirm that what we need for his legendary. We need Supernova, Backburner, Prominence Flare, or Extra Dose. Would prefer Extra Dose here, but actually Dazzling Display is not one of them, is it? Darn. So we still don't have the prerequisites for his legendary here. I don't want a special, so I guess I'll take the chance of an... Oh wait, no, we take perfect damage. That's so much damage.
Apollo's light. The hunt begins.
I don't actually know how Apollo's legendary will work with our Omega attack, but I presume it works.
Don't pinch me, you.
We'll see. Anyway, so I mained Alistar for a while, and then I discovered Leona, and my gosh, Leona is just the perfect champion for me. She has a ton of resistances. She has so much crowd control, so stuns and roots that make it so enemies can't run away for a short duration of time. And then her ultimate is an AoE stun with a slow on its outer perimeter of its AoE. She is just such a good tank and lockdown champion, and Scale works really well with a kind of aggressive playstyle, which I tend to have. I can very much play passively too, mind you, and you'll see as I kind of got further and further into the gameplay, I kind of started to main more of those passive playing champions, particularly Nasus and Singed, who could play aggressively, but honestly prefers not taking too many confrontations, because at least early on, because his early game is extremely weak. More so now than ever. Back in the day, his passive made his HP scale with mana, And so you would go Rod of Ages, which was a weapon or an item that gave you both a bunch of HP and a bunch of max magic. So it basically made Singed very tanky to go that item. Nowadays, you really don't. You can consider Rod of Ages, but it's really not as good an option on him as some other more kind of what we call battle mage, I would call it maybe, or tank mage sort of items. But my goodness, back in the day, Singed was so fun to play. He still is today, to be clear. Actually, I kind of like him how he is now more than ever. Weak effects are more potent. Special, no. Shameless Attitude, let's verify that.
You got it.
All right, we're getting a lot of damage as long as we're above an HP threshold, which presently we are not. I do feel like we need to get a little bit tankier than where we are right now. And with Shameless Attitude in our build, we will absolutely see this HP be worth even more than it was before. 20% to every 25 is pretty nice. An extra 5 HP or so, I think. Slightly less than 5, but whatever. It adds up. It adds up so very quickly. Anyway, where do I want to go with this conversation? Basically, Leona and Alistair were my two big bot lane mains, and I still play Leona fairly regularly. Alistair's fallen off a little bit just because I'm kind of inconsistent with him. I've never been the best at landing his headbutt. He has a combo where he combos a tackle move into his big ground on the ground knockup move. And I can do it reliably, but when I'm tired, I just become way more inconsistent with it. So I think as a whole, Alistair doesn't also bring too much in the way of damage, and I'd say he has solid damage overall, but I feel like Leona is just the better of the two for how I like to play, is how I'll justify it. Your attacks also deal 60 damage to surrounding foes for each and every strike. You channel your Omega attack faster and move 50% faster while it's active. Don't mind if I do. Let's see how this looks right now. All right, we're pretty fast. Okay, Palm or Coin? I think I go Coin, honestly. The Palm has too many things it can hit that I don't care about, and we're immediately rewarded for that choice with a Fountain Chamber, which we kind of needed. And now we'll have Shameless Attitude active, too. Forgive me, Kiwi, I'm gonna get Shameless Attitude and Spiritual Affirmation mixed up a lot. Shameless Attitude gives us damage, and Spiritual Affirmation is the HP magic buff. Apollo here versus Dionysus. I'm gonna go Apollo here. I want the higher ranking boon. We're trying to get his legendary after all. I know every time I say I would like to see Apollo's legendary, I never get it either, so I know what we're in for here, but one can't help but dream, you know? I know I have to take damage here, but I wanted to see that third hit go off, so I'm gonna let it happen. And we'll just use an AoE here. Yeah, even our Omega special does some amount of decent damage. It's definitely not the core of our build, though. I mean, look at that. We have got like the perfect Omega attack build going here.
You picked the wrong.
Oh, hi, Hestia. Haven't seen you in a while. Special. Okay, or Snuffed Candle. I mean, we have to take Snuffed Candle. It's so good. 30% more damage. We've gotten so many good damage modifiers. There's Dazzling Display again, and Prominence Flare. We're gonna take Prominence Flare here, not because it does anything for the build, but it will set us up for his legendary. And then there's another Apollo. This could be our chance to get his legendary right here. We get that, we're gonna have a really strong Omega attack. We're gonna burn through magic very quickly though, as it massively increases our magic consumption rate, but I think it's still worth it. I mean, like, look at this. We are just melting through enemies. Anyone who gets caught in our Omega attack is just immediately deleted. And we can toss in an Omega special for a good measure on occasion. Not a fan of these enemies that have the shields as they charge up their projectiles.
It's him.
All right, no legendary yet. Supernova would be decent for just having Rapture Ring do more of what it already does. Dazzling Display would be funny for just the chance of applying daze, but we have our dash for that. I don't think it's really that worth it here. Honestly, if anything, I want extra dose. We are set for his legendary. I can't re-roll here, so I guess we'll take Supernova because it'll benefit Rapture Ring pretty heavily here. Anyway, where was I? So yeah, I guess my support characters that I like to play were the ones that were very focused on crowd control and AoE crowd control where possible, which Alistair and Leona very much kind of emphasize in their kit referring to their skills and passives specifically. And also, as a whole, you'll find that I favor tanks over not tanks. I don't think I have the mechanical control to play AD carry very well. I can be decent, but the reason why I'm good at AD carry is not because I'm mechanically good, it's because I play super safe and just let myself scale into the late game. So if my team is getting stomped, I'm not going to be a good AD carry. Like if I have any enemies on the if I have any opponents who have like gotten fed or have scaled really well ahead of me, I'm probably not going to be the AD carry you want. But if you need someone to play safe and just kind of scale into late game, that's how I play AD carry very well. So I'm certainly better in that regard. Okay. That above could do good for us, but I think I'll take his special here. I'm not going to rarefy it. But now we have all of our core boons filled, and now we have even more of a reason to use the Omega special on occasion. I'll take the HP here. I want the survivability. The more HP we get, the higher the threshold for Shameless Attitude to stay active too, so there's that to consider as well. Try and drop a Rapture Ring to get these guys all grouped up for myself. This means I'm more reliably going to hit them. Oh yay, HYPNOS, my favorite little random event. We're just going to run over here and let the bird do its own thing. The bird still did its own thing on our face, darn it.
Bye, HYPNOS.
HYPNOS, whatever. Tomatoes. Okay, it wasn't really that funny, but please appreciate the wordplay a little bit for me, Kiwi. For my sake, just appreciate it a little bit, okay? We agree? We're in agreement? We can appreciate wordplay for Jeff's sake? And well, bam. All right, so what did I do? So I tried jungle. Jungle has never been one that has meshed with my brain. I think there's just too much to be responsible for, and it's an unforgiving position because people have so many expectations and you need to help every lane, and every lane is losing regardless of your jungling. It's so very unforgiving. So I'm just not a jungler at all. I don't really even know how to play most jungle champions. I play top laners or things of that nature who can be put in a jungle role. Heartbreaker seems good since we're already kind of depending on Heartthrob anyway. Healthy Rebound actually would keep us alive. Min life for full recovery. We even need this? I don't think we need this. Let's do this. Heartthrob it is. And there's Apollo. Let's see. Aha! Whenever you create Heartthrobs, create 2 more. Extra Dose is funny here because it's a 14% chance of activation here at level 4. But Sunny Disposition is just so good for us because we just bought more Heartthrobs and we have a duo that already spawns Heartthrobs. So we're gonna be throbbing those hearts. Moving on.
I knew it. You've come specifically for me tonight, haven't you? Some barbarous assignment, perhaps, from dark gods far older and greater. Well, here I am.
And how could you possibly know? I've said nothing of the sort, Titan. Nor shall I.
Mel, we've established this guy can see everything.
Not this eve, you won't, but later. It shall slip your mind that we had this discussion earlier, and you shall tell me more. For now, come fight me for the glory of your kind.
That must be a really weird feeling to just have a conversation with someone who knows of future conversations that you've already not had, or that you will have in the future. I don't know, I would be so confused by that interaction. I completely just turned my brain off and went, let's do as much damage in as short a time as possible. And my iframe, I feel like I'm not getting iframes on my dash right now. 3, 2. No, fuck. 3. Oh boy. Oh dearie me. Oh boy. Okay, this isn't good. I need to focus for a second. 1 hit and I'm dead. 1 hit and I'm dead. 1 hit and I am dead. Oh no. Kiwi, I might be throwing the run here. Oh, and HYPNOS being here is not good for us either. If HYPNOS spawns, I'm in a bad spot. This is very sketchy. Beware my birdie power. This is why I'm not very good at the axe, admittedly. I'm way too prone to taking unnecessary damage. If you're gonna give us a free hit, I'm gonna take this while I can. He's gonna charge up his attack. I know you're gonna use your projectile. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Where is it? Okay, there it is. Okay, there's his phase. Good. Well, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Charge up my Omega attack. Get ready for him to land wherever he goes. If Bird comes in, I need to just evade Bird at all costs because Bird will kill me. Can't see where his projectiles are coming from. Oh goodness, he's got friends. Here comes a projectile. No. Oh no. Oh, watch out for spears. I'm in a bad spot. Oh dearie. So sweaty right now. Oh. No, no, no. Ooh, just barely dodged that. Okay, we're good. Here comes another projectile. Charge up a mega attack. Okay, he's giving us free damage. Ooh, oh my god, that was so scary. Oh, that was so scary.
Me again. But all my wounds shall heal. They always do.
I clutched that out so hard.
This was to be my future.
Okay. Between the caffeine and the adrenaline, my heart rate is very high right now. I think my blood pressure is through the roof. Oh.
Fear of the realm spreads.
That was so scary. Alright, we definitely need some healing. We need some HP here. Maybe I take Ghost Onion, honestly, which is kind of pathetic for me. We do have Healthy Rebound. Did we take Healthy Rebound? I feel like we took Heartthrob. A shame. Probably would have benefited from that here. Alright, what gives us survivability? I mean, Knuckle Bones is objectively the best option because it's 10% damage reduction and we skip a good portion of the boss. Oh gosh, I can feel my heart in my mouth. That is a weird phrase. Okay. Deep breath. Reduce the caffeine levels. Honestly, maybe I do take Ghost Onion here. Nah, I think Knuckle Bones is objectively better. Yeah, I'm gonna take Knuckle Bones here. Wait, you know what? Hold on. Let's see what Hermes has to offer. Centaur Heart will definitely buy. I honestly may take that armor. I think I take this armor just because I'm a little sketched out right now. All right, we'll take, with that in mind, we'll take Knuckle Bones.
Another time.
Bye, Sandpappy. All right, so basically after playing support for a while, I kind of, as I started playing more and more on my own without friends, I kind of got tired of having the success of my team very dependent on characters that have an easier time scaling. Supports don't farm, and therefore their gold gain is much slower than other champions' gold gain is, and therefore they're not really the ones who are typically going to carry a game. That said, it is very clear to me that supports can absolutely carry a game if they play well. But especially when you're not coordinating with your team, you're playing with 4 other random people, it's really hard to do exactly that. My old Tarek could definitely carry solo queue. Oh yeah, that was the other support character I played a lot. Kind of the same. He had less in the way of crowd control as the other two, but what he lacked in crowd control, he had a surprising amount of burst damage with, and he was so funny to catch people off guard with his potential for damage. Okay, you guys, I can definitely take a lot of damage, but I can also absolutely demolish you if I play this right. I feel like I am just running face first into so much damage here. Oh my gosh. Whatever, let's just DPS. Guy just barely got out of range of my attack there. Look at all the heartthrobs we have, wow. I think of the 2 bosses we have up ahead, I really hope we see Tail and not Eye, because I will take a lot more damage against Eye than I will take against Tail, I think. Alright, we've got our armor, which will give us some survivability at least. Cutting Edge. Blood Spree. I don't think Blood Spree is going to do anything for us, because its threshold is too low for it to reliably get activated, and we don't have enough for Rallying Cry, so I'll take Cutting Edge. It's not really that good in this build, because we're not really depending on Ares' blades, but a little bit extra damage is always more damage, I suppose. I can't believe I didn't take any damage there, really. That was a scary chamber. Oh, this is so rude. At least I have eye.
Soon is to be caught.
It's a good thing I have iframes when I am fishing, or that would have been very rude for us.
Got you. A monster of a chimerid. In we go.
Okay, so yeah, basically I found my comfort role in top lane by the end of my time in League. I played a lot of tanky champions because top lane very much likes the tanks up there. I main Singed and Nasus primarily, and they got me to Platinum back in, what, Season 4 or 5, I want to say? I think it was Season 4. I stopped playing around Season 6, maybe? Apollo or Ares? We go for Apollo in the hopes of his legendary here. Ares definitely gives us a ton of damage. Ugh, darn it, we got I knew if I said it out loud, I would be immediately punished, but it is what it is. We're going to melt him because he's a stationary boss, but we're also going to get melted if at any point he does any of his big AoE attacks. This eye explodes, I need to get out of the way. Okay, we're good. Let's eat these Revenants so they don't come back and cause problems. Unfortunately, they did exactly that. Let's drop as much damage, and whoop, bam, that didn't hit. Okay, cool. This should finish him, though. Just a couple hits. There we go. Okay. Typhon's gonna be a little sweaty, so I'm probably gonna have to focus on the fight over commentary here, but I think we're all right. All right, Kiwi. Do we get his legendary moment of truth? We do. All right, so I have to think objectively about this. Your Omega attack and Omega special fire 2 times, but use 30 more magic. That doesn't mean they'll charge up slower, I think, as well. But we literally double our damage at the cost of extra magic. I think with Grizzly Gain, we should be fine because, yeah, anytime we attack with our weapon, we get a pretty solid amount of magic back. So I think I'm going to take it and hopefully not screw things too badly out of the way we've been playing. Let me get a sense of what the charge up time on this is. Okay, it's still the same. The charge up time is still the same. It just has a base extra 30. That's fine then. I haven't made it any worse for myself. Please have HP here for me. Because we are in one-shot range from Typhon.
Ought to be something you can use in here.
Okay, good. There's some HP. Here's some more HP. Okay. I don't think this brings us up over... It does bring us over the threshold. Okay, good. No, actually it doesn't. Well, let's get the free God Boon first. Healthy Rebound. Unfortunately... Actually, would this work? Would this work going into Typhon? It might. Alternatively, 14% dodge chance. I think we take Healthy Rebound and hope it works. This should definitely activate now. All right, I definitely need this HP. No matter what, I need the HP.
Better.
I'll take the armor. We do have Shameless Attitude active now, which is great. I'll buy this other armor, sure. And then we'll take the Hestia boon, and hopefully we get the Hestia Apollo duo. We do not, but that's fine. Slow Cooker will give us a bunch of damage, or Glowing Coal. I think we take Slow Cooker here.
Whew, that's hot.
Okay, we are in a decent position now. We have 265 HP. We will be healed back to full. We have 80 armor, and we have a very, very strong Omega attack build. Actually, just out of curiosity, yeah, I do think it's firing twice there. Yeah, because you can see it when it against the terrain. You can see it's hitting twice. There are 2 like sparkle effects. All right, Kiwi. I will talk about top lane in a future episode. Yeah, we just healed 59 HP. We are so set here. We are so good. We've got this. We're gonna melt this guy's HP bar. But can I beat him damageless? Let's find out. I'm gonna focus on the gameplay for a little bit here. Chin slam, dash. Okay, well, so much for damageless. 1,300 damage from that. From that activation of Knuckle Bones. It's such a powerful keepsake. It's probably one of the best keepsakes for any run where you lack confidence going in. Like, if you just foresee yourself having a rough boss fight, just take it. Like, look at that damage.
That monster shall not climb another stone.
Right on time.
I need to get better at learning the timing on his chin slam to dodge it. I think that's my biggest weakness right now, is just I'm not very reliably good at dodging his chin slam. All right, give us... Oh, yeah, okay. I was like, where are your eggs? Your eggs should be coming, right? We have a very strong build, as always, Kiwi. It seems like we've just been getting really good builds very consistently on these runs, and I don't know if that's just we're at the point where I have gotten enough game knowledge that I can very reliably build correctly. All right, moment of truth, Kiwi. Can we beat him without taking any red health damage? This is the pattern that I always am very prone to taking hits on, the combination of well, I used our cast to dodge that. No red health damage. Huzzah.
This is for you.
All right, a pretty clean run, except for the 2 times I almost died very closely against the 2nd and 3rd floor bosses. Let's not talk about that too much. A very clean run, right? I mean, if I lock in, I'm pretty good. When I'm focused at playing well, I play well. Who would have thought? And when I'm too busy rambling to count 1, 2, 3, I get melted by Prometheus. That was so bad. That was so bad. That was so much more stressful than it needed to be. All right, let's see. Snuffed Candle, Heartbreaker, Shatitude. Let's honor our level 9 Omega Strike. Let's leave that for the last one, honestly. Where is it? Sweet Surrender. We had so many just base damage boosting boons. They add up so quickly. So we got that, and then we've got Cutting Edge. No, not Cutting Edge. Where is it? Exceptional Talent, Carnal Pleasure, and then Sunny Disposition. So all of these Heartbreakers. And then just to top it off, Nova Strike level 9. Look at that damage on the Omega attack. Exactly what we wanted. A phenomenal Omega attack build we had going for us to this run. It's crazy how strong the Jeweled Palm is on a Fate Swim run. Just starting with that at any point just makes the rest of the run so much stronger.
And so, under the watchful eye of night, unseen Millenoi gains the very top of Mount Olympus, where such revelry occurs that subsequent events this night are rather murky still.
Return to Shadow now.
But alrighty, so I'll talk a little bit more about my experiences in top lane in the future episodes, but
Wakey, wakey.
no, was that was Dora, right? Not Arachne.
That's one fewer possibility that things will run afoul for us again.
Alright, let's go ahead and hand out some nectars and get some story progression.
Good evening, everyone. Be well, all right?
I'm sure they heard your well wishes, Mel. All the way from the overworld. Dora? Would you like a gift? Ooh, bath salts or twin lure. I'm actually curious to see what happens if we go fishing with Dora.
Hey, if you're not busy, up for a little visit with me to the riverside? I've got a twin lure we could use right here.
Don't know that I'll be doing you much good, between my inability to use a rod of fishing and my inability to keep quiet, but hey, you asked for it.
It's okay, we professional yappers stick together.
The River of Lamentation. Nothing but a bunch of sad stuff floating around in there. Sure you wouldn't rather leave it be?
Whatever's wallowing in there is going to stay put, unless it's finally decided it's had enough. For any such souls, we'll be doing them a favor, I think.
Not like we owe them, and not like they'll do us any favors back. And if all they can do now is feel sad for themselves at the bottom of a mucky river, fishing them out might not do them any good anyway.
We're not fishing them out, really. It's more like we're giving them an opportunity to escape their circumstances. It's a bit different from the mortal way of fishing in that sense.
I guess you could also consider the fact they always have the choice to go back if they want to.
And if they don't like it any better up here, that's on them.
I don't think it's Freenos, but is that Freenos in the just above the text box on the right? I think it's a fellow Freenos, but not a Freenos themselves. No, it's not. We get a fish?
Seems
Oh,
like an awful lot of trouble for some weird fish.
I love weird fish, Kiwi. All right, what do we get here? We've never fished in this river before, actually, now that I think about it.
Now?
Oh, patience, Dora. Really? You can go more than 4. Interesting. Oh, you are playing coy with me. Haha, get it? Fish pun. Wow, how many times can this bob?
Swim time's over. Ha, you tricked a fish.
Cute. Very cute. Oh, we're still fishing with her. Okay. Cool.
Well, that definitely was a thing that happened. Thanks.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Take one of your comrades to the fishing pier. Catch of the night achieved. I caught a fish!
Good evening, everyone.
Witch of Shadows. The daughter of the god of the dead shall take advantage of various curses suggested by the Witch of Medea. Earn 300 bones.
It's fortunate the Witch of Shadows stands with you.
Alrighty. Doom, what have you got to say?
How can you be so certain that there are no more weavings taking place? That rather than the fates setting the course of our lives, there's no pattern anymore. Only sheer mindless chance.
I never said I was certain. Only that I no longer sensed my sister's work, and it's a relatively well-honed sense. But I've also never been apart from my sisters like this. I feel unmoored.
Unmorosed?
As though you don't know where you're going. To me, everything feels the same as ever. Present circumstances notwithstanding. How much control did the fates truly have?
They are highly influential, I can tell you that. But can they force your every action, every thought? Of course not. You are conscious. It was your choice to speak with me just now.
It is interesting how this game chooses to address the nature of the fates, how there's both the uncontrollable nature of the fate that is preordained for us to follow, and then our own influence upon our fate, I suppose.
But the fates knew we'd meet.
Precisely.
They control the broad strokes, but we control the minutiae, I suppose is the best way to explain it. It looks like we still need to talk to Moros more, as we don't have the seek to know who is our emissary fully completed yet. Okay. But that felt like one step further. Also, speaking of one step further, hold on, before I forget.
Just right.
Do we have this incantation ready to go? Let's see.
This
yes.
has to wake Lord Hypnos up.
End to deepest slumber. Plunge to the speechless depths of the psyche of Hypnos to try and rouse him again. Grants one dream vapor. One with both the power and desire to sleep forever may yet regain consciousness willingly or not at all.
The strongest dreams shall shatter if they must. So mote it be.
All right, Kiwi, I think we're about to wake up Hypnos. Very excited to see where this takes us because I have no idea what happens here. I've not seen anything about this. All right, anything else here? It doesn't look like it. I'll give gifts later. I don't want this episode to stretch too long, considering we're going to be going to play with Hypnos. And then I will go ahead and craft some more nectar, as it seems like I'll never be in short order of that.
Become what I seek. Covered up.
And then, really? We still need one more. We need one floor to unlock that moon dust there. Unfortunate. All right, let's buy a nectar, a bath salt, a twinler, and an ambrosia. And then Hecate.
Another possibility of Typhon dead and gone. We heard the positive result.
This one was a little bit closer than we would have liked. Odysseus?
Have the old knuckle bones been of some use, goddess?
My god, they have.
Must look a little worn, but brought me fortune many times in games of chance and when my life was on the line.
Odysseus, if they were dear to you all through your life, why would you give them to me now? No matter how useful they still may be, which is quite a bit.
Quite a bit. Quite a lot of it.
Come now, nothing would please me more than for you to succeed. If some small token of my past could be of benefit, it's yours. Besides, I got a nectar bottle in exchange.
Very true, and you're gonna get more, I promise. Just not this episode.
It wasn't meant to be a trade.
Just keep the blasted bones.
Keep my knuckle bones. Oh, hello, Icarus. Didn't expect to see you down here, of all people.
Into the earth you go.
Although I guess we did have that that occurrence happen not too long ago. I am running out of seeds to plant. I need to get more.
Didn't think I'd feel this way, though it's good to be back, Melly. Your Grace. This place feels different. I think it's warmer than it used to be or something, eh?
I very much appreciate how awkward this guy is.
You found your way back. You're welcome here and safe as ever, Icarus. I trust the wings made the return trip relatively swift and trouble-free.
I appreciate the notion that he is very awkward around Mel particularly. He obviously has a little bit of a crush on her, at least based on the bit of dialogue we had earlier in the episode. But I like that he also is less guarded. He's kind of more open around her, which is nice to see for his character.
Well, flying past the city of Ephyra sure beats having to trudge through. I still have to check in with Master Odysseus, though I'll try not to be such a stranger around here.
Do see to that.
All right, I hear Gnocchi throwing a tantrum about not having breakfast yet, so I probably should go feed the cats.
Back on the beat again already there, princess?
You know it, Nem. All right, Kiwi, moment of truth. Hypnos, I choose you.
You know how it goes, Lord Hypnos. And you'd better comply, because I'll admit, I'm growing just a bit impatient here. Now breathe deep.
Breathe deep the scent of Medea.
Still dreaming of this place, of course.
Probably smells like poisons and curses. All right, so we're gonna go one level deeper.
It is past time for you to wake.
All right, one level deeper.
Never. I must see deeper into your psyche once again, my lord. So forgive the intrusion, and here we go.
Deception level 2. All right, that was the scent of Medea.
I can see why he may wish to remain here.
Next up is the scent of your brother, Thanatos. This is weird. Oh, I forgot. I'm looking forward to seeing what the next level in looks like.
Quite comfortable.
All right, so we have to do a triple jump wahoo into the portrait. That's how this works. And telling us to go away.
You are very stubborn, my lord.
Maybe he just doesn't want to wake up. All right, Kiwi, triple jump wahoo into the portrait to see whatever world from Maria. Oh, actually, brewed a second time in the cauldron. Brewed hopefully one last time in the cauldron using the almighty alchemy recipe and a deepest slumber. Here we go.
All right, Lord Hypnos, one more time. You're still hiding something from me and from yourself. You must be awake somewhere in your consciousness. So let's go find you there. Breathe deep once more.
All right, Kiwi, here we go. Here we go. What's our new world gonna look like? I'm curious. I'm so curious. Oh. Oh.
No, he's... Oh,
Spooky.
there's nothing here.
I don't actually like this. I guess it's his list, I would presume. Ugh. This is actually really uncanny. I didn't expect this. Okay, so this must be the list he was talking about, I presume. We can talk to his list as much as we can talk to him. I think this... Is this like a therapy chair? Do we have to sit in his therapy chair and have hypnos therapy? I'm curious. All right, what is your list of Oh, Kiwi, don't tell me this is just going to be him procrastinating on a to-do list.
Blast it, Lord Hypnos. What is this going to take? Though, what is this? Some sort of note. It says, in childlike scrawl, it says, have you tried saying wake up? Wait, what?
Are you real? Are you serious? Wild. Okay, then.
Beyond. Lord Hypnos, wake up! Wake up!
Oh.
Welcome to the House of Hades. Wait. Where am I? What is this? Who are you?
This is, not the image I expected to see, but look at him sleeping with a red palette swap of Mort.
Lord Hypnos, you're here. These are the crossroads between realms. I'm Melinoi, the daughter of Lord Hades and Persephone the Queen. Welcome.
Wait, what do you mean you're Master's daughter? You're huge. I mean, you grew up fast. I mean, you were just born. Unless I,
Yeah, I got some bad news for you, Hypnos. You've been asleep for years.
You've been in a deep slumber for quite some time, my lord. Ever since the Titan Kronos took my father's house, as I understand. We've been busy with that matter since.
Hypnos is going to have a lot of catching up to do here.
Oh no! Oh no! Where'd all this nectar come from? Oh, I'll never be the featured house servant again, oh no!
That's his priority right now. Oh, the poor guy. He looks mortified.
Wait, Lord Hypnos, calm yourself, please. Everything's all right, especially now that you're back with us. The house is well again. Or getting there.
No, you don't understand. I am so late for work. I have to go. Thanks for the wake-up call. If you see Zagreus, tell him I'll be right there.
Okay, I'm loving this. This is exactly what I was hopeful for.
I love you, so long.
Oh, he loves us.
Has happened. That's it?
Soundest of Sleepers fulfill the prophecy of waking up Hypnos, basically. I forgot the name, but we'll go clear it in a second. And that gave us 8 turns, so here we go. There's our moon dust. Let's go ahead and buy some more. Honestly, I don't even know if I need more moon dust at this point, and I can buy it from the broker. What do I want at this point? I feel like I'm not using my testaments fast enough to justify buying them. I don't know, it might just be better to sell Charon's calling cards for kudos at this point. I don't actually know what's more efficient here. I'll sit on it for now. But prophecy complete. Soundest of Sleepers. Soundest of Sleepers, the daughter of the god of the dead shall some evening stir our slumbering brother from his indefinite rest, drawing on the aid of an experienced sorceress. Excuse me. New Testament.
Well, thank the fates.
Oh.
Troubled dreams were all the princess of the underworld Melinoi had ever known whilst growing stronger in the crossroads between realms. At times, nightmares would shake her to the core, yet the mere sight of the beatific, ever-dozing Hypnos, sleep incarnate, always steadied her resolve.
What does beatific mean?
She longed to understand the mysteries of the subconscious, to rouse the servant of the House of Hades from his never-ending slumber. And if not for that devotion, then Melinoi might not have met her brother Zagreus deep in the mists of memory and gone on to achieve her fateful task. Who else but Hypnos could have been so useful in his sleep? Melinoi did wake him at long last, but he departed in considerable haste, so eager was he to get back to work.
I presume we're going to see him in the underworld.
Often think of this princess who haunted his dreams, and in so doing eased her own. And he promised to himself that he would visit her again.
He better.
Do you think that Hypnos actually designed the Skelly statues? Because if you didn't notice, the little thought bubble he had while dozing off while working was absolutely one of the Mel statues, pretty much. That was a very cute little comic, though, of Mel thinking of Hypnos while she was plucking poppies to wake him up. Because the poppies were one of the core ingredients to the waking up spell, incantation, whatever we want to call it. Wow, we have a lot of psyche. I should sell that for kudos at this point. We're not using it for next to anything. I don't know what I want to craft at this point. I think probably one more. We have 23 nectar. I don't need to be light on these. We'll buy shadow. I imagine I'll need more shadow at some point for ranking up Nyx or something.
It's cooking.
All right, Kiwi, let's go say goodnight to Skelly. What a fun little way to end this episode, and my goodness, is he going to be a fun addition to our thumbnail. Did not ever expect to see Hypnos panicked and shirtless.
Straight from the rift at Thessaly.
But here we are.
I see you found your way.
All right, my good Shade.
Thank you for having faith in him and me.
Yeah, like, it's this statue right here, pretty much. Just very buff Mel with an axe over her head. That's really funny. Okay, we've got another Sister Blades run. Let's see, who are we going to upgrade today? We are going to take either Aspect of Mel or Aspect of Artemis. We did Mel last time, so let's do Artemis this time. All right, while you channel your Omega Special, you will occasionally parry and then riposte. All right, Kiwi, with all that said, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. Oh, wait, hold on, Skelly.
Show to my disciples the height of your technique.
I am very tall indeed. If this is helping you fall asleep, I hope you're sleeping well. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well too, I guess. I love you, and I will see you in the next one for some more Hades 2 fun.
Fatal blow.